橋橋こぼれてく今すぐ私を照らして傷隠してももう朝なんか待ちきれない行け走り出せ人混みに潜り込んだって痛いこの鼓動を誰よりも強くなりたい
Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is Light Girl with my very first vocal countdown. This is a hobby that I've wanted to do for a while now, back when I was still in my amateur days of drawing and crushing on all my anime boys. Okay, who wrote that? Anyway, this list topic, if you haven't guessed already, is Pokemon, of course. It's been a part of my life since 1998, and it's charmed me with its creatures, cute or strange. With Generation 6 just around the corner, I've decided my first countdown will commemorate its upcoming release. More specifically, top 10 favorite Pokemon. Just a few things to keep in mind. Just because one of your faves isn't on here, doesn't mean I don't like them. I like almost every single Pokemon. Ugh. Again, almost every Pokemon.
Away with you, protuberance of the flesh!
Also, please remember that this is just my opinion. If you don't like it, that's okay. I'm not going to get into and pick fights just because my opinion differs from yours. That just takes too much energy. Typing and looks of the Pokemon itself is the main factor I will consider, since I am an artist and I love drawing these guys a lot. I'm not including usefulness in battle so much, since I rarely battle outside the main game. Gasp. I'm also including both appearances in games and anime because I love it when both my favorites are on screen. For both counts. Okay, this joke is abandoned. Manga is somewhat included, since I only read it from time to time, and when I do, I usually look for my favorites. Finally, expect some runner-ups, because choosing 10 Pokemon out of the total 649... hard. It's just hard! With all that under the rug, let's get started with my first countdown. I'll admit it, when I first saw Bayonet, he scared me. He reminded me of the monsters that lived under my bed when I was a kid. But of course, I have gotten over that fear. I was a kid after all. It is said that bayonets are dolls that hold grudges for the kids that have dumped them. This isn't a problem for me because I always collect plushies or give them to someone who cared about them as much as I do. It is now the first Pokemon when I think of ghosties. And trust me, if I could open a shelter for bayonets, I would. What is it about you that keeps me coming back, Absol? Is it maybe your mysterious nature? Your fluffy white fur? Or is it the fact that your eyes remind me of Yami or Captain Harlock? I really like those characters. Go away. It is also one of the main dark types I use while battling. For starters, it can look awesome doing it, and it has the highest attack power of any non-legendary that does not evolve. In your face, Rampardos! But honestly, it really upsets me on how this Pokemon is treated so poorly in the Pokemon universe. It's been told this Pokemon causes disasters, when in reality, it actually predicts them and tries to help the ignorant assholes. But it appears right before one happens, so... yeah, things will never end well for this poor guy. But don't worry, Absol. I'll always love you, no matter how many disasters you're said to cause. You say Absol, I say absolutely! Oh my god, I am so sorry. Ultimate Ice Bird! Whee! Yep, Out of all the elemental birds, I had to go with Articuno. My favorite types are water and ice, and the minute I saw Articuno's design when I was a kid, I instantly fell in love. I remember I drew it a lot when I was a kid. I always thought her tail was made up of long silk feathers. And its design, while slightly simple, is pretty effective in my eyes. I may not always use this elemental bird, but it's always welcome in my party. By the way, you want to know what a baby Articuno looks like? Now you know. Number 7 was a very hard decision. Are you serious? What the? Ciel? What are you doing here? This countdown doesn't even involve you! Your room was left unlocked, so, Nice! Okay, how many of there are you? Well, there's Ciel and I. Star. Hi! Oh, good God. Well, since you guys are here, you might as well help me finish up my first countdown.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I'd love to, lady.
Thanks, I guess. Let's just get this over with. Anyway, number 7 is Gardevoir. And yeah, the first reason I like her shouldn't be too hard to figure out. Its design is very well done, and I admire it very much. As John Scorcher said, she looks like a ghostly maiden, but sometimes she looks like she's wearing a ballroom gown, making her look more elegant. I still remember the first time I saw Wally's Gardevoir, and you know what I thought? I want it! I swear his Gardevoir beat me 4 times over! Anyway, Gardevoir will always be a useful psychic type to me, and is always welcome on my team. Stop staring at me like that! If you recognized my number transition music, you would know that number 6 is Victini. Oh God, here comes the cuteness overload. Sorry. Anyway, Victini's backstory is actually pretty sad, it being alone for 1,000 years. That just makes me want to cuddle in even more. It is also the first fire and psychic type. With a move pool like that, it is very useful in battle. And because it's a legendary, it'll probably help you through the Elite Four and back. You can be sure this little guy is always on my... No. What are you doing? No, it's too cute! Stop it! Stop! Already at number 5. Wow. I sure hope you guys are enjoying my countdown so far. Anyways, number 5 is going to be a starter Pokemon. I don't know whether it's because I love water, or it's because I'm an Aquarius, but I always end up choosing a water starter. Except for Totodile, he scared me. I was afraid of crocodiles, leave me alone! Well, out of all these water starters, my favorite is... Good entry, Piplup. I hope the poor little guy's okay. This little guy, I fell in love with the minute I saw it. Mainly because he's so cute. Enough with the spazzing out. I can't help it. I mean, look at him, he's a penguin. How could you ignore that? Why did I come here without Sebastian? Anyway, I actually really liked Dawn's Piplup in the show. Its personality and hot temper were something that made me laugh from time to time. Its whole evolutionary line has a good moveset. I mean, I should know. It's the first Pokemon that I had to almost reach level 100. I'll have to admit, the first time I saw Infernape, I was a little jealous. But screw that! Give me awesome Emperor Penguin with Triton on head! Enter the Ninja Pokemon whom I couldn't find good video footage for either! Why must all the videos I find be AMVs? Getting back on subject. Weavile's situation is similar to Gardevoir's. The design and the I wanted it part. The reason I have it higher, though, is because, well, for one thing, it's typing. Dark and Ice seem to be more useful to me than Psychic. Also, he led me through the Elite Four. And Polion helped him out, of course. Its anime episode was also pretty cool. Weavile on Weavile action to see who is more worthy for the Sneasel! At least that's what I remember it being about. It's been a while, leave me alone! Finally, it's a frickin' ninja! How can it get any better than that? And now, introducing my favorite evolution!
Yeah, alright, yeah!
I remember as a kid, I always... You jerks! Fine, I get it. I'll try to stop reminiscing! Yes, won't that be the day? Oh, climb up, rich boy! Getting back on topic. You all are probably thinking this was a tough decision. Actually, no, this one was pretty easy for me. My favorite evolution is Vaporeon. Whenever I got an Eevee, I made sure to evolve it into a Vaporeon. Mainly because it's a water type, but I digress. It just looks more like a mythical creature to me than its other evolution counterparts. Much like a nymph or a mermaid, both of which I'm a big fan of. Also, like the others, it just reminds me of a puppy dog that you can just take home with you. Too bad for you, they aren't real. Oh, hush up, you're making the poor thing cry! I don't care. Meanie. Ladies and gentlemen, I give to you the only Pokemon to find Solid Snake under his camouflage. You guys probably saw this coming if you noticed him in my intro. Seriously though, how could I not put him this high up? Ever since I saw him in his premiere movie, it was just awesome, awesome, and more awesome! He was another one that led me through the Elite Four, speedy little guy that he is, and was probably the one Pokemon I drew most after I first saw it. He even trumps Articuno in this regard. Lastly, being able to pick up and read aura, pretty frickin' sweet. Oh, Lucario and the Mystery of Mew, how you have granted me with an awesome Pokemon, as well as defective tear glands. Number 1 has been with me through the beginning. It was my favorite since I first saw it, and it's still my favorite now. Sadly, I've never been able to use it in a game because I've never been able to obtain one. But even that won't make me stop loving my—
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
You guys are jerks! Every single one of you!
Get on with it!
Overused joke much? Quiet! Okay, that's it. I'm cutting to the chase. My number 1 favorite Pokemon is... Oh, the cuteness! She is overloading! No, I'm gonna get through this. I'm gonna finish up this countdown. Like I said earlier, Mew has been with me since the beginning. I was around 4 or 5 when the first Pokemon movie came out. And that's when I first encountered Mew. I remember smiling every single time this little guy came on screen. I just wanted to run up to the screen and hug it. Its cute little voice, its cute little feet, its eyes. Get yourself together, you're almost done! It can also learn every single move. Top that, Arceus! My favorite Pokemon knows all! Okay, what else can I put? Mew? What are you doing? Okay, I get your point. You're very adorable, but that's no excuse for— No, stop it, that's just too adorable. Why are you doing this to me? No, I can't take it anymore!